Hey there, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Generally, we work with the energy of the moon, but today we're going to talk about the energy of the sun. The sun in Aquarius, and that will be from January 20th to February 17th. And for you, that is happening in your 8th house. Nope, sorry, your 5th house of fun, romance, creativity, children. Okay, so I was... I just got a message, so hold on, I'll get to that in a second. All right, so I do want to thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your comments. What's really important about that, when you connect with me, when you subscribe to my channel, when you hit that share button, you like something, our energy flow of exchange is occurring. And then when I'm trying to tap into your energy, it's a lot easier for me to get messages that will probably resonate with you. So as always, though, you should check out your sun, your moon, and your rising, because you may find that some months, one of those are going to resonate more for you and be more important. Interesting. So a couple of things, a couple of announcements. I'm going to be doing the weeklies over on Facebook in the Tribe Empowers page. So I will put a link below for that. I'm trying to make these videos just a little bit shorter, a little bit easier to manage for everybody. So, one thing I do want to point out is that we have a new moon happening in Aquarius on the Friday the 24th, and that is going to be the metal rat. And so the metal rat is about creating security. It's about wealth management. It's about using the resources that are at hand and feeling abundant. And it's also about being really clever. And clever, not necessarily always in a good way. So that's something to watch out for this year. But it is about wisely using your resources to take care of yourself. So, that's tough. Okay, so your energy was really tough today. I'm not going to lie to you about that. When I was trying to get into your energy, I felt alone. I felt really alone, and I had this splitting headache right here that came up over my eye. This is on the right side, so this is from trying to do too much, I think, and having too many things going on, or that kind of energy of of trying to decide what to do, or the need to take care of something. And then I heard a song, and I've been getting songs today, and it was Bonnie Raitt, I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't feel something if you don't. I don't know. Anyways, you'll have to look it up. I can't make you love me if you don't. And the song is just about an ending of a relationship and the sadness that comes from, really wanting this relationship, but it's not working. But for you, the card I pulled for that full moon, for that new moon that's happening in Aquarius. So this is a cycle that's going to take 6 to 18 months to come to fruition. You have Be Bold and Make the First Move, a cardinal moon. The next cardinal moon would be actually in Aries, but I don't think it's about that. So be bold and make the first move. If you're in a situation where it's just not working, even though, okay, all right, that makes sense. So if you release yourself, be bold to make the first move, you can plant the seeds of intention for a relationship in the future that does work. Okay. And the other thing I saw a bear. That was the message I got while I was talking to you. And the bear is about the need to self-protect and also care for people around you. So, creativity, right. All right, so children and creativity. So some of you may be in a situation where you're trying to protect your children. The overall energy for the month, we have the ego, views of the ego. And so sometimes we stay in relationships because we don't want to look like failures. Like, we're more worried about what other people are going to think, how they're going to view us, than we are about doing what we need to do. I feel like you're at a crossroads. I'm going to be interested to see what we get here for the cards. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the reading for the week, for the month, and see what we get. Pardon me, Willie. shut that down. Okay, so, yeah, so, yes. All right, so in the key to the situation, we have the King of Roses. He came in the reverse. The King of Roses is about taking action. But look, he's looking to see what he has, but in the reverse, it's falling out, right? It's dumping out. His cups are emptying out. I think that you're feeling really left out. I want to encourage you not to hang on tightly to something that is not working. Because if you do that, then you are not allowing space for something to come in that could be really good. It does say be bold and make the first move, but with him in the reverse, he is about taking action. And when it's in the reverse, that's more about the need to receive. Okay, in the recent past, also in the reverse, we have the Master Artisan. This is trying to seek knowledge to master your craft, to be really good where you are, being at the top of your game. But when it's in the reverse, what are you sacrificing in order to create this mastery? So are you giving up parts of yourself? Are you giving up too much time? I feel like maybe you're putting more energy in than you're getting out of a situation. I just heard let your inner child out to play. So if you have not been happy, if you're in a situation where you don't feel a lot of joy in your life, now this does not necessarily mean in a relationship. It could just be that you are always working really hard trying to master a craft. So maybe you are working too hard and not playing enough. And so there's no opportunity for you to give and receive the love and the emotional satisfaction that you want. And so what do you need to do to change that up, to create a different situation for yourself? So in the arena of transformation, we have up in the air. Wow. A decision has to be made. Up in the air means that you're trying to make a decision and nothing's been made yet, but in order for transformation to happen, a decision has to be made. You can't continue on like this if you're going to make a change. You're going to have to make a decision. Okay, so here we go. We have the King of Scrolls looking forward in the future, looking to the future. The King of Scrolls is very analytical. The King of Scrolls is an air sign. You are an air sign. So this is you stepping into the power of you. Now, up in the air, oh, that's such a Libra card, right? Well, I could see both sides. It could be this way, it could be that way. If I wait just long enough, then things might change because, this might be what's holding the situation back. This might be why this is happening. And maybe they just need more time. Maybe I just need more time. Maybe I need more information. Maybe. Okay, so I think in order to make the changes that you want, you need to be bold and make the first move. And you need to let the air out of that balloon and allow it to ground itself. You can't change what's happened in the past, but you can absolutely change what's going on now so that you can control the future. And so I think this is a matter of getting pride out of the way. Like maybe you don't want to look bad to other people. Like I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't want to look like I failed at something. I don't want to look bad. I want to look like I've got my crap together. But honestly, what does that even mean? We came here to learn and to grow, and unless we make mistakes, unless we're willing to shift gears, to change things and move forward, Libra, you are an initiating sign. You are a cardinal sign. You are willing to make changes, to adjust and to move. That's a superpower of yours. So now is the time to make a move and do something differently so that you can make a decision. In the recent past, you've been struggling to bring growth to a situation because here we have the spring, okay? And this is in the area of anxiety. So either you were worried about something that's coming up in the spring, but more than likely it was about how do I get these seeds of intention that I planted to grow? How do I nurture this? How do I get this abundance that I want to create? And in the arena of the heart, this was in the reverse. We have the birth. And so if you don't need to be stuck in the past. I'm turning this in the upright. Because I really think that if you allow yourself to move forward, to have a rebirth, spring is about rebirth, right? So it's about the next step. So how do you get there? You make a decision here. There's really no wrong decisions, but you have to make a choice. You have to decide, and I don't worry about what other people are thinking. Don't let that determine what you do. So here in the recent past, the obstacle has been that the King of Forces was in the reverse. The King of Forces in the reverse is like you have the tools around you, sort of like the metal rat that can look around and see at all the resources they have, and they can repurpose them to build what they want, to create what they want, and you can do the same. You've been struggling with that, but you have that power. You have that power, and with this new moon, you're definitely going to have it. So, in the current situation, we have the Architect. The Architect keeps showing up in the reverse, but that does not surprise me or upset me in the least, because right now what we're going through is the structures are coming down around us, right? We aren't building where things are falling down that didn't work. They didn't work. They have to come down. This has to come down. You got to get up out of the air and bring it down to the earth, and then sift through the rubble, find the usable pieces, much like a rat would, right, for the metal rat, and build something new. Now, the Architect here is pointing to the past, and what he's pointing to is this card right here. You have all the tools that you need at your disposal. If you just look around, they are there. If you use them, you can build what you want. It is up to you to be bold and make the first move. All right, so you have on track in the reverse, which means you're not on track as you walk out of the month. And I think this is something, again, that you can totally flip around because it hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet. If you stay up in the air, then you will not be able to get on track. If you make a decision and you start forward thinking and you start moving forward, you will get on track. If you start moving in a direction, if you are bold and make the first move, you can put yourself back on track. Right now, it feels really kind of like stuck in heartbreak and misery, and that feels. It feels like it's pressing in around my chest, kind of like I'm being sucked in by quicksand. And so sometimes stop struggling. Let somebody pull you out. But I don't mean another relationship. I mean spirit. This is the toughest reading I've done, Libra. I'm not really sure what's going on. Okay, so we have rebirth. That is good news. It says, reinvent yourself, give life to your dreams, create a new reality. Yes. Make a choice, make a decision, create a new reality, get yourself on the track you want to go. It doesn't matter what track you pick. It's not going to be wrong. The problem that I see here is that you're stuck in a situation that is not working, and you're putting in a lot of extra effort trying to make it work. The tools you need to get out of this, to move forward, are at your disposal. You just need to be like the little metal rat of the Chinese astrology and use them to get yourself set free. Okay. In case you were wondering, this is rebirth. This one says rebirth and renewal. This is the part where you give birth to your own dreams. We've got birth, we've got rebirth and renewal. We have rebirth. You are at an opportunity. Yes, some kind of structure fell down, but look and see where your resources are and put yourself back on the right track by allowing yourself to move forward. It says truth in all things. So be honest with yourself and be honest with other people. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. That is a form of truth in all things. That is being willing to say, okay, that hurt. That did. I didn't like that. And then say, but wow, look at that. That hurt. I didn't like that. I don't like the way that people look at me right now. They think I'm a failure. Who cares what other people think? Honestly, it's none of my business what other people think of me. It's who do you think you are? And so when you allow yourself to be vulnerable, when you allow yourself to say, okay, that was a mistake, or I'm going to open myself up to love, because this guy right here looks like he is cutting himself off from love. And so this could be another message here for some people, is that a relationship in the past didn't work and you've been holding yourself back and you've been unwilling to give and receive love. There's an opportunity here to let that in. And you have infinite blessings. You are being so supported through this transformation process. The key is to be bold and make the first move. So if there is a relationship situation and you've been sitting on a broken heart for a while and not being willing to go out there and make contact with somebody that you really want to, well, then now's the time. If you're stuck in a relationship that's not working for you, or a job, or this doesn't have to be romance. It is in your 5th house of fun and romance, but it's also creativity, which could be a career opportunity, a new job, a new position, a new way of creating wealth, right? A new idea that you want to launch. That's a very creative project. So oh my gosh, okay, and for those of you, and I don't know how many of you this is talking to, but for those of you who are afraid to get pregnant again because of, and I'm really, really sorry, because I can feel the sadness, the immense sadness of the loss of a child. For those of you who are afraid, maybe it's time to think about it. Maybe it's time, right? See the small children there? So that would be something you'd want to be bold and make the first move and talk to your partner about. Okay, so hold on, I gotta let that energy out. Okay, all right. I am really sorry. My condolences to you. Okay, so it could be a project, it could be a relationship, it could be something but it looks like you're holding yourself back. You're afraid to make a choice, make a decision. You don't think you can do it, but you have all the tools. You just need to start building the path forward. And you have caution. Of course you do. Multiple colors blind your eyes. The discordant sounds deafen your ears. Pause, carefully seek out and think through your options. This may not be the right time. Don't be afraid, but be cautious. Consider both sides of the story. Well, there is a Libra card if I ever saw one. I want a clarifier for that. So, you're being told to be bold and make the first move, but to be cautious. It feels very confusing to me, so I'm sure you are too. So, the rat showed up. The rat says to focus. Stay focused and get the job done. Use your intuition. Plan things well ahead. Be flexible in your approach. There is nothing you can't accomplish once you set your mind to it. Don't be distracted. You are on target. Okay. This just described my son that was born in the year of the rat. So him. All right, and then you have walk away. Let go of burdens and attachments. Surrender your ego and walk away. Surrender your ego. Don't worry about what other people are thinking. Walk away from the situations that are not working for you. Feel the freedom and enlightenment as you rise above petty matters. Find your inner voice through quest. No one is perfect except things as they are. So I feel like there's a couple of different groups going on here, but the general thing is there is an opportunity here to create something new, to have a fresh new start. So yes, be bold and make the first move, but don't go running ahead full steam. Allow some space to Step forward cautiously, not running forward, but stepping forward cautiously, staying focused on where you want to go, but be willing to let go of what is behind you that is not working. Allow that to fade away. Keep yourself flexible in your thought process, because it looks like there are options and opportunities here, to more than one opportunity coming your way, but you're heading... When you start moving forward, Spirit will step in and help lead you and guide you. But when you're standing still, there's nothing for them to do. They can't make you go, right? You have free will. So, this is the third time today I've seen this card, Elephant Greatness. I'm going to read it like a mantra. It says, love is my strength. Leadership is my path. My wisdom inspires everyone I meet. I can overcome any problem. I will naturally and easily achieve success, and that is through focus. Not like a stampeding elephant, but like one that's moving forward, though. Oh, and you have owl magic. Nice. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. I think I said that. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. So there is a need to let go of a situation that is not serving you. And even though you can see both sides and you're all understanding and you're willing to stay in there and work through whatever the issues are, sometimes you need to say, well, I've done that and that didn't work. And so now I'm just going to move forward because I'm going to clear space for the abundance of the universe to flow to me. And I can't do that if I'm stuck here in the past. So there you go. Start moving forward. All right, slowly, but move forward. I will talk to you soon. You can check me out on Facebook on the Tribe Empowers, where I will have the weekly what the moon is doing readings there. You take care. We'll talk soon.